Hello and welcome, my Sagittarius friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. This is going to be my group angel reading for my Sagittarius friends. When I was prepping and getting ready for this video, the angels and archangels really encouraged me to focus in on the healing aspect of this reading, telling me that it's a very important element for my friends right now. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to focus in on that healing element. For this reading, I'm going to use, of course, the Angel Tarot, Healing with the Angels Oracle, and the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck. Like always, there are links below to all these fantastic decks, so should they speak to you, you can go check them out for yourselves. All right, my Sagittarius friends. Let's see what the cards have to say today. What wisdom and guidance do the angels and archangels have? Ooh, I've got jumpers jumping all over the place. For my Sagittarius friends. The Nine of Swords. Nines are about all that we've achieved, all that we've accomplished in our lives. The Nine of Swords is known as the anxiety and depression card. The Eight of Cups. Eights are about movement and manifestation. Cups are about that intuition and emotion. The Eight of Cups is that internal journey card. The Knight of Wands. Knights are that no fear adolescent energy. The Wands about that inner fire, that determination and courage, that passion and creativity. Then we have the Hermit, the 9th card in the Major Arcana, and it talks about, again, that inner journey, where we have the major archetype of that inner reflection. We have that everyday action of that movement or that archetype. So these 4 cards talk about that need to not only go inwards, but to make action on it. We need to really overcome and release some of that Nine of Swords. I know in past readings I keep telling you, it's not a time to work on this. We need to just work over it. We need to kind of put a band-aid on it and move forward. Well, the angels are telling you, not right now. Now we need to take that 9 and we need to really start to pick it apart, heal it, and move forward. The 8 and the Hermit talk about that self-exploration. The 9 of Swords talks about that anxiety and depression. We need to go inwards to start to release some of those past experiences, those past events that are causing that heartache and those worries. We then need to use our courage and determination to really take hold of that inner flame, to heal and take these past experiences on, head on. Because, let's be honest, our ego will hate this, and it's going to give resistance. It's going to bring up that anxiety. It's going to bring up those worries, those fears, that heartache. Knowing that you have the skills and abilities to start this healing process. We're not going to be able to go in one failing swoop and literally rip off the band-aid and everything will be fine. We're going to have to heal. We're going to have to move forward in a slow, progressive manner. Taking things slowly helps with that resistance, and it helps you build yourself up stronger before you try and take on more. All right, let's look at this healing. What is this healing going to look like? We're going to start off with Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel, what healing can you provide my Sagittarius friends? Okay, this one jumped over, so it was kind of the second one that came out, but order doesn't matter here. Power. Embracing that inner power, that Knight of Wands. Now, the angels could have picked any knight. There's 4 of them in the deck. They picked the Knight of Wands, and they intentionally did so. He talks about that courage and determination, that inner flame, your inner power, using your natural skills and abilities to overcome these challenges. Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael's our protector. He's our stability. And he's not only our protector, he's the protector of many realms and dimensions. When we start to have those anxious or upsetting feelings, we can call on him and ask him to support us, to protect us. And I know it sounds crazy, you're protecting yourself from yourself. Sometimes we need that extra encouragement and support. Friendship. Now there's a couple meanings that Uriel's talking about here. Not only can we reach out to those supports, our positive, loving friends, for guidance, compassion, and love as we start to work on and heal ourselves. This card also talks about that friendship within ourselves. Strengthening that friendship and love for self will go a long ways in this healing process. Trusting in your abilities to overcome challenges, to heal yourself, to perform miracles will help in overcoming some of this 9 of Swords. It's really hard to be in a lower vibrational, worried or sad state when you're acknowledging all that power that you have and all those amazing things that you can do. When you focus in on that power and that positive state, you reinforce those higher vibrational aspects of yourself, which gives less power to those lower vibration. You're altering and shifting the power differentiation between your lower vibrational self and your higher vibrational self. It's a simple tool to use to help to overcome some of this low sads and worries. When you start to focus in on all that you can do and give that more time and energy, you start to strangle out that low vibrational space, strengthening your friendship with yourself, and in some cases, drawing in new friendships and new relationships because we're starting to shift our focus. We're shifting that vibration. Higher vibrations equate to people being attracted to us. They're attracted to that high vibrational energy. Archangel Uriel, what further guidance and healing can you offer my Sagittarius friends? Perfection. This is a fantastic card. So perfection is really in the eye of the beholder. When you're looking at that quote-unquote perfect self, that perfect place, it changes and evolves. Going back to that focusing in and really giving energy to that high vibrational self, when you start to see that perfection in you, you start to embrace that high vibrational self. We like to negatively self-talk and talk ourselves down. We don't see that perfection. We see perfection in other things. However, when we start to really focus in, accept that we are doing the best we can, we're trying the best that we can. So in our here and now, in this very present moment, we are in our perfect state and our perfect place. helping shift your thinking into high vibrational, positive, loving energy rather than that low vibrational, aggressive or passive aggressive self. Bittersweet. This talks about how there's going to be aspects and things that the Nine of Swords is holding that's going to be hard to get rid of. It's going to be hard to release and heal, because in some ways we've had negative reinforcement or a reinforcement of some sort that brings us some aspect of pleasure. It may not be a high vibrational pleasure, but it's going to be a bittersweet ending to it. Sometimes holding on to past events and situations and people brings us comfort and stability. When we start to release and take back our power, we see that shift, and it's a little bit sad to release everything. And then gossip. When we're looking at high vibrational spaces, there are low vibrational things that we have a tendency to do and we don't realize we're doing it. And gossiping or talking about others behind that person's back is a form of low vibrational energy that we're putting out. When we focus in on celebrities or the royals or whoever, and we are almost like in a stalker voyeuristic way watching them, we lower our vibration. We're not in tune with our power and the here and now. We're not helping them in any way. And most of them don't like the paparazzi and that media attention. When we start to gossip about friends and family, we lower our vibration and we start to see people disconnect from us in ways that we never thought before because our vibration is lower. We're not seen as a safe, supportive individual. So gossiping can really lower our vibration. It also mucks up our chakra system because it clogs it up with that low vibrational stickiness, that gooiness that the low vibrational energy has. It literally cocoons and stops the heart chakra from turning properly, causing physical and emotional reactions. Walking right in and embracing the Nine of Swords. So Archangel Uriel is really encouraging you to really watch what energies you're putting out, because they will impact you. We're going to thank Archangel Uriel for his amazing support, and we're going to go on to Archangel Raphael. What healing can you provide my Sagittarius friends? Self-acceptance. What a fantastic card. Really goes back into that perfection card and into the Hermit, that self-acceptance. When we understand ourselves and we accept ourselves, that perfection state, we raise our vibration and we start to find that happiness and joy within ourselves. Abundance. Again, I'm drawn back to that perfection card of finding perfection and abundance in everything in your life. In the here and the now. Staying present is essential, because when you start to see abundance, we're not just looking monetary or material abundance. It's part of it, but it's not all of it. Some of that abundance comes in different aspects and dimensions of our lives. We need to be present and mindful of what abundance we have. Archangel Raphael, what further guidance and healing can you offer my Sagittarius friends? expansion. As we start to connect into that high vibrational, accepting and abundant self, we're going to see aspects of our life expand. That acceptance and abundance is not congruent with the Nine of Swords. Again, we're strangling out some of that Nine of Swords. It doesn't have the energy to feed from, so it can't overwhelm our lives. Completion. We start to see cycles and patterns. People cycle out of our lives and transition into different aspects on their journey. That completion stage is happening for some of these swords. We need to really acknowledge how those past events and situations have, brought us abundance. And sometimes it's abundance of sadness, abundance of anxiety. We need to see and reflect on how those pieces impacted our lives. And when we start to look at how it impacted our lives, we're able to release the hold that that situation or event has on us. We can start to heal from it. We take back our power and we take back that energy that it has been sucking out of us. Because situations, events, people, when they're stuck to us like the Nine of Swords, we have what's called an etheric cable or cord or tie to it. And it's literally sucking us dry. It's literally siphoning out our energy. That's why a lot of us are feeling very exhausted. We don't have that energy. We have the lack of enthusiasm. That mundaneness and grayness has come in. To start to see and really rejoice in what it is you have in your life, we need to start to cut those cords and heal from them. We need to start to literally take back our power so the Nine is not so powerful. It can't bog us down. It can't drain us anymore. We're going to thank Archangel Raphael for his wisdom and healing, and we're going to move on to Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, what healing can you provide my Sagittarius friends? Ooh, forgiveness. Now, I'm not going to preach to you that you need to forgive everybody who's caused you pain and woe in your life. That's not going to help you. It's not really going to heal you either. There is forgiveness that needs to happen. But forgiveness for self. Forgiving yourself for participating in those actions that we took in those situations, those events. When we start to forgive our actions, because it's our actions, whether it was a passive or overt action, forgiving ourselves for our role that we played in the situation. It's part of taking back our power and accepting who we are. What role did we play in that event, that situation? What role do we play in our current situation where we have people who may be an energetic vampire who are sucking the life out of us? They're draining us. And they happen all the time. Forgiving ourselves, and then start to sever those tethers so you don't have that energy being drawn out of you. Archangel Michael, what further guidance and healing can you provide my Sagittarius friends? Renewal. As this process goes forward, you're going to find that you have a renewed connection to yourself and a renewed connection to your life's purpose. That expansion becomes clear. As we connect in and we start to receive guidance from the high vibrational beings, we start to have more of an idea and clarity on where it is we need to go. Growth. You're looking at an amazing opportunity to grow, shift, and heal yourself. Now, I keep talking about this cord tether cutting. I was wondering if Archangel Michael was going to give me cards to talk about it. He wanted to bring these 2 cards in because literally that growth and renewal is an important aspect for him. One of the ways you can start to sever these connections and these cords is literally asking Archangel Michael to do it, to sever those cords for you. I recommend that people try this at night when they're sleeping, so their ego isn't going to be giving a lot of resistance to these shifts. And then, as Archangel Michael is cutting those cords, he will have a support team with him, usually containing Archangel Raphael or Archangel Chamuel or both, sometimes the unicorns. It depends on what your team will need to look like. And they'll start to sever those cords. And then they're going to start to heal those cords. These are high vibrational beings, so we have to ask. When we start to put out that request, that's when we're going to start to see some shifting. And Archangel Michael can start you with that. That's why Archangel Uriel really encouraged you to connect in with Archangel Michael. So we're going to thank Archangel Michael, and we're going to move on to Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel, what healing can you provide my Sagittarius friends? Support. You're not doing this alone, my friends. You have a support team. Not only are the angels and the archangels a part of that, your guardian angel, your guides, those high vibrational beings of all sorts and denominations, passed on loved ones. Then you have your support team on the physical plane. So you are not doing this alone. And like I said before, you don't have to. We have connections. We'll have more connections as we raise our vibration. Reaching out to those connections are going to be essential, not only for our healing process, but for our growth process as well. Archangel Gabriel, what further guidance and healing can you provide for my Sagittarius friends? Perception. Very much connected into that perfection card, where it's in the eye of the beholder. Your perception on situations, on events, is everything. What may be fun can be traumatic for another. Acknowledging your perception in your events and situations and that forgiveness level. How did you perceive those past events? How are they impacting you now? When we start to reflect on and critically reflect on what has happened, we have the Hermit and the Eight of Cups. We really need that reflection piece. Perception is going to be key. This one is very relevant. Impatience. As a species, we hate delayed gratification. This is a process, my friends. I said at the beginning of the reading, the Nine of Swords, we're not going to start pulling them off like a Band-Aid. We have to do this slowly and with purpose. Slowly and with purpose makes it easier for you to overcome the challenge of the Nine of Swords, or at least one of the swords, so it doesn't come back. If we make shifts too quickly, not only will you have physical and spiritual and emotional reaction to it, you're not going to sustain it, and those swords are going to be driven in even deeper. Have patience with yourself. Reflect and really focus in on that perfected state. You are in a space of perfection right now. Focus in on that positivity and that high vibrational energy. We can't literally reach for the moon until we have the knowledge and skills to do so. We need to take this step by step, so we don't fall backwards. Now, we want to thank Archangel Gabriel for her amazing insight and her healing. And I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. There is so much more coming your way. So that you don't miss any of this amazing insight and healing, the best way to stay connected is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Sagittarius friends.